welcome to BMAD Spotlight. That's Boston Making a Difference. In today's episode, we have with us Barry Braunstein of Barry Braunstein Photography. But he's going to talk to us about giving back today, what he's doing with Boson Business Mentors. I'm your host, Mike Connell, and welcome to BMAD Spotlight. Welcome, Barry. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Mike, and thanks for having me here. Great to be here.
Barry, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are and what you do.
First off, my business, Barry Braunstein Photography. I'm a headshot and portrait photographer for individuals and businesses, creating headshots people actually love that amplify their brand. I have a studio in Wellesley and also go on location for my corporate clients. And prior to starting this business, I had a long career in high technology, sales, marketing, and management and everything. And I've always liked to give back, right? I have a lot of experience and such, and I came across this organization, Boson Business Mentors, and it just fit with, who I am, the way I like to work and everything, and the whole concept of giving back, because I really believe that. I do that as part of my photography business. I donate sessions for charitable auctions. I do work with an organization called Portraits for Patriots. A little plug for them, if I may. We're a nationwide organization of volunteer headshot photographers, and we provide complimentary headshots for transitioning military service members. So if you or you know of anyone who's a military service member who's transitioning into civilian life, they should go to portraitsforpatriots.org. And they can, wherever they are in the United States, and they can get assigned, they'll sign up, they get assigned a local photographer, and they can get a complimentary headshot to help them with their LinkedIn profile and their job search. And if they're here in the Boston area and they sign up, I'm probably one of the people they'll get referred to, and I love doing it. It's just a great way to say thank you to these people who sacrificed for our country. So.
What is Boson Business Mentors, and how did you get involved?
So I actually was at a networking meeting, and one of the people from BBM, Rob Stutzman, was giving an introduction and talking about what the organization does. And I was intrigued. I've done sales and marketing consulting in the past, in past lives. And so I talked with Rob about what the organization does, where they came from and everything, and thought that, told him about my background. And he said, yeah, we'd love to have you. So I interviewed, and here I am. And I've already had probably 8 different mentoring sessions with clients, and I've only been on board a couple of weeks. So if you've ever heard of SCORE, SCORE, right? They were a federally funded nationwide organization of business professionals who decided they wanted to also give back. And they would offer complimentary mentoring services. Well, under the current administration in Washington, SCORE was defunded and changed their entire business model. I'm not going to get into all of that, but suffice to say that the Boston chapter, the majority of the active people in the Boston chapter, decided that the original direction with some minor tweaks is the way that they wanted to go. So they spun off and formed Boson Business Mentors back in October. And what we offer is free mentoring for any industry, any stage of business. It could be a solopreneur, it could be somebody who has an existing business. And we're about 40 volunteers. There is no charge for any of our services. We don't get paid. This is, again, all volunteer work. And we provide mentoring. The way it works is that a client signs up on our website. It's bbmentors.org, and I'm sure we'll put all of this information someplace. But you go to the website. All of the mentors and our backgrounds is listed on the website. and you can either select a mentor or fill out a form, and a mentor will be assigned to you. And I'm doing this because, again, it's just a way of giving back. I really get a kick out of and enjoy helping people, and making a difference in their business and everything. And even the few sessions that I've had, the people are just so appreciative at the end. And we'll schedule, we schedule multiple meetings. We meet on a regular basis, but just helping people and giving them advice from all of the experience that I've had, and others in the organization have had. It's wonderful, and if we're running into a topic, let's say we're talking about sales and marketing, but they also had some questions around legal or accounting or financing, I can pull in other mentors with those backgrounds. We can schedule a meeting, and those people can get some help from those people. So it's really a very diverse and very well qualified group of people from all different industries, positions. Some people have started their own business and always been a solo, an entrepreneur. Others of us have worked in the corporate world and then went out to do their own business. Some people have just been in the corporate world and are now retired and looking to do some things. So it's a pretty broad background, but also a very impressive background of people.
And you mentioned that there was no cost. So if anyone, is new to business mentoring, uh, they could come in with, the idea of this is going to help me. And right now, I don't have any money.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, many of the people, I shouldn't say many of the people, but at least, yeah, almost everyone that I've mentored with so far, they're either starting their business or they've already started, but they've been running it, and it's either making not enough profit, very little profit, or no profit. And they literally can't afford to have a consultant come on board or anything. And so, our goal is to help these businesses get on their feet, get moving, get profitable, and, be successful enough that then they may want to hire an outside consultant to do perhaps a lot of the actual work for them. Because again, we're providing mentoring and counseling and things like that. We don't then go off and create a website or create a blog or any of that stuff. That's still the responsibility of our clients. So we're literally a sounding board, giving advice, helping people, making connections. We all have very extensive networks of people who have all sorts of different skills and backgrounds and businesses, et cetera. And so we can also be a good place to refer people. One of the things I saw come across our we have an email that goes out to everybody. Somebody was looking for a CPA, right? Somebody who had an expert in taxes, and so we all have connections of people who do that for a living and everything. So we all chimed in and gave a whole list of names of people who we know, who've been vetted, who we trust. And that goes a long way also to help the people we're working with.
That all sounds great. Do you have any success stories maybe you could share with us?
I'm actually pretty new at this with Boson Business Mentors, so I would say that I had two sessions with creatives actually, interestingly enough, and help them really focus in one meeting, help them with their strategy. One of the women, she has a business, and she was doing a lot of little things here and there, without getting into too much detail. And there wasn't really a direction, there wasn't really a strategy. So we talked about where she was getting revenue from and profitability and all of those kinds of things. And so I was help her narrow it down and really start to focus on her business. And she came into the meeting, I don't want to say down, but it's been rough. Starting your own business is not easy. It's hard. And she was getting pretty frustrated and everything. And then at the end of our meeting, she was very optimistic. She sounded good. She had a plan. She's got some homework till the next time that we meet and everything, but she was feeling much better about that. And, you know, that to me was a win. And I look forward to continuing to work with her to really help her, be more profitable and grow her business. So, haven't been able to do much in a couple of weeks, but I'll take that as a success for now.
So, how does somebody get involved with Boston Business Mentoring?
So let me, if I may, Mike, I'll share my screen here.
Sure.
Boston Business Mentors, we have a website. It's bbmentors.org. And you can see that a little bit about us, what makes us different, etc., what our mission is, and everything. But it's real easy to get started. You fill out a brief form that tells us a little bit about your business and the kind of help you want. It could be anything from, I want to get this started. I don't know how to get it started, to, I've been running this for a year and I want to hire people, but I don't know even where to start with that. I've never hired people or had them work for me. To I need to get financing, I need marketing help, I need sales, I need leads, all of that stuff. That's what we're here for, to help. So you fill out what your needs are. Takes about, it says here, it takes about 3 minutes to do that. You can also specify if there's a specific mentor, because all of our bios and descriptions are on the website as well. Um, so you can select, say, I'd like to work with so and so, or we can help assign people that make the most sense for you based on what you're looking for. Then you get to we meet virtually, and we start to work together either for a single session or we build an ongoing relationship. Sometimes people just want, an initial, give me your thoughts on this. And it can be a one meeting or it can be an ongoing relationship. There's people who I know have been working uh, with us for quite some time. So, and there's no obligations, there's no catch. We also have a library of webinars and seminars and stuff, and we plan on expanding
Cool.
that. And those are also free for anyone who wants to view them. And we're starting to work with other organizations in the Boston area to put those on as well. Go
If
ahead.
somebody wants to be a mentor, is it the same kind of process?
Yep. So there's a button down. I stopped sharing the screen, but there's a button that says, I'd like to be a mentor or apply. And basically, the process is real simple. You meet with a couple of the existing team. Interview, we want to make sure that it's a good fit for you and for us. And then, what your expertise is, how much mentoring you want to do, what kind of frequency is it, and et cetera. And then you can get started. And we're 40 strong. We're looking for more mentors as well. So if you're an experienced business person and want to give back, and feel you have something to offer that and like doing this kind of stuff, please visit our website and sign up, and we'll be back in touch, and we can start the process.
Is there anything else about Boston Business Mentoring that you want to share before we wrap things up?
No, but and also if you're an entity where we are self-funded, if you will. So donations help us with our programs. Here we go. We have programs, we have a website and everything. Obviously, there's operational expenses and things like that. Any of the donations that we get, though, go towards the programs. They do not go into any of our pockets. And in fact, we're prohibited from soliciting our clients if we have our own businesses. Like if I'm working with a client, they can't ask me for free for pay rather, to do their headshots. So this isn't a vehicle to get people to sign up for our businesses. This is literally, we're here to help. But having said that, we do have operational expenses, and so we're very open and would appreciate any financial support that businesses or individuals would like to help us with.
That's great, Barry. Giving back is what it's all about. That's why we're Boston Making a Difference. So why don't you tell the audience, how do they get in touch with Barry Braunstein?
Sure. So if they want to contact me at Boston Business Mentors, I'm barry.braunstein@bbmentors.org. Um, you can see the spelling of my name, I guess, is up there, but so that's there. And my plug, if you want a headshot too, or you want a headshot first or whatever, Barry at barrybraunsteinphotography.com, or just go visit my website, barrybraunsteinphotography.com. And there's all sorts of ways of getting a hold of me and looking at what the sessions cost and what I offer and process and my work, et cetera, et cetera.
It's great to have you here today, Barry. Thank you so much for being here. And that's it for today's episode of BMAD Spotlight with Barry Braunstein. I'm Mike Connell, your host. Until the next time, thanks for being here.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Mike.